Welcome to our 5 on 5. Please be joined today by Jackson County Circuit Court Judge Kelly Ravissipour. Good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Craig. Thanks for having me.
So we're here to talk about, I guess it was called drug court. It's no longer, it's called treatment court now?
Correct.
Okay, so a lot of misconceptions of why maybe the name's changed or how it has changed. Can you clear up some of those for us?
I can. There's a recent change in the law, and we had 2 treatment courts. We had adult drug court and we had recovery opportunity court, which is for presumptive prison cases. And at the time, the laws were such that we had motivations for people to enter into treatment court. When methamphetamine basically became a misdemeanor, those numbers went down and we had to merge the 2 courts together. And so now we're just calling it treatment court under one grant.
Okay, so we've seen a lot of change, obviously, with On Track in recent years. Does it have anything to do with that?
Absolutely nothing to do with On Track. It was, the writing was on the wall as soon as they made that change. We knew that the numbers were going to be down. We have to function at a certain capacity to meet our grant numbers. And so it wouldn't have mattered what happened.
Okay. As a judge, does it change anything from your perspective and how you handle cases or how you can handle cases?
The cases that come before me for treatment court are relatively the same. There's a large number of cases that aren't coming into treatment court that would have before. Fortunately, our probation department has started something called the 416 program. And so that's really addressing that population of people who might have been eligible for a conditional discharge, and low-level offenders can go into that program where we treat high to medium risk offenders.
Okay, and if I remember correctly, Judge Crane handled a lot of the drug court. Is that now dispersed, or who is there somebody who's in charge of particular cases like that?
So the treatment courts, we have a couple different ones focusing on the criminal cases. I'm the treatment court judge, so I replaced Judge Crane about 2 years ago and took those over for her, which has just been an incredible opportunity, and she's been a real mentor to me. There's a lot that goes into communicating with people in recovery, learning the process, best practices. Then we have our mental health court, which Judge Greif oversees, and then we have community family court, and that's Judge Bloom and Judge Mejia. I think I can safely say that for all of us, it's just a really great opportunity and rewarding to do something positive in the courts, because a lot of what we see isn't positive.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break.
Okay.
We'll have much more in just a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, we're here with Jackson County Circuit Court Judge Kelly Ravissipour. So we're talking, it's been nearly 2 years since you moved into treatment court. Have you seen a change in the drug situation in the Valley?
So unfortunately, there's been a significant change. I think if you've been following the press and the media and the news, they've done a really good job going into the opioid situation. And it's an epidemic, and it's something that everyone needs to be aware about. So initially, a lot of the cases come in and were meth cases, but what we're seeing now is a lot of those are opioids and heroin. And so what people need to understand is you may have a prescription, and you start off with a prescription for painkillers, say a knee surgery or a back surgery. Legitimate surgery, and people think, you know, this is a legitimate prescription. Well, then they get addicted, and then the next replacement is really going to heroin. And you'd be surprised at how many people that this affects in so many lives. It's something I'm really passionate about. And the message I want people to hear tonight is that there is hope. There are a lot of resources. I know your station has Stay Safe Oregon.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
And so that is a great place for viewers to go to see about the different resources that are out there. I'm going to put a plug in for Max's Mission. I was at the library just last month, and it was rather serendipitous. I saw naloxone training. And so for people that don't know, naloxone is a drug that you can be given that reverse the effects of opioids. And that is the most layman term explanation I can give that makes it really clear to me and hopefully to people out there. And so Max's Mission is doing trainings. We have one at the Jackson County Courthouse. It's June 6th. It's open to the public. If people are interested in that, they can contact the courts, and I can put them on the list. Okay. And so a lot of our participants hopefully are going to be there. I'm encouraging parents of addicts to be there, because most realistically, those are going to be the people that are encountering people that have OD'd.
Okay.
So I would just say that the cases before our courts now, a lot of the participants are struggling with opioids, whereas it used to be more methamphetamine.
Okay, and if you had to guess, and I understand it's an estimate and a rough one at that, since I'm putting it to you on the cuff, how much of the crime locally that goes through the courthouse is tied to drugs? Legal, illegal? I know I understand
I can't give an actual number. I was a criminal judge for about 3 years. I think I would say 80%. but that is just
Sure.
initial impressions. What I do know, what I can say is that treatment courts work. They lower the rate of recidivism, and people, even if they engage in treatment court and they flunk out, they still do better than someone who didn't get into treatment court. So it's about working on people's thinking, working about getting them jobs, getting them homes, and getting them into the recovery community. And it's successful. Unfortunately, legislatures and people are aware of that now, and we have a lot more support than we used to.
All right. Good to see you. Thanks
Thank
for making
you.
the time.
Thank you for
Appreciate
having
it.
me.
All right.
All right.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.